big man ting, smash a like button and subscribe. Unfortunately, we have some more bad news here. Now, I can't lie, I didn't really know this Donny, but still, allegedly he was a rapper. Well, he was a rapper with 1.4 million followers on the gram. His name was Pop Smoke. He was murdered in a home invasion by 4 masked gunmen. And before we go into the details, I gotta say something, man. You broke ass, hungry ass, dusty ass knickers, you man need to step your game up, man. Go get a job. That's what you need to do. All this trying to be something else ain't it, because I'll tell you what's gonna happen. You're gonna end up like all the man did in 6ix9ine's case. Oh, I'm sorry, Judge. Please, Judge. The streets don't love me, Judge. That's what's gonna happen. You man running around here, pulling jobs, hitting licks. It's all fun and games when you're on road. But just remember, when you're in front of the judge, and you ain't gonna be able to touch your kids for the next 10 years or 20 years, or this is murder, 30, 40 life, it ain't gonna be fun then. Yeah? And you ain't gonna be turning up then. Oh, I'm so... I'll tell you what you will be doing. You'll be writing letters to the judge, begging him for mercy. Oh, Judge, I'm sorry. The streets don't love me. Well, you should have been thinking about that before you went and took another man's life. Anyway, let's get on with the particulars. TMZ wrote the following. Sources familiar with the surveillance video tell TMZ the video shows at least 4 masked men with hoodies making their way into the house just 10 minutes after people inside the house deadbolted the front doors shut. We're told they did not turn the house alarm on, which made it easier for the home invaders, for the Opps, to get inside. And then there's this. Pop Smoke posted the address of the home earlier in the day. He was showing off gift bags he'd received, and one had the home address on. As for why he was getting gift bags, his mixtape hit number 7 on the Billboard Chart 200 on Tuesday. That's another thing, you know. I'm not trying to blame this Don here for his own murder, but you man with money and things to lose, you gotta be sharp. You gotta be thinking there's always Opps out here trying to get one up. There's a whole bunch of broke ass knickers out here who don't want to do no work. They want the easy way up. Even though it ain't easy, because trust me, when you're locked in there with Jerome and he's looking to take your cheeks, we'll see how easy it is then. But still, there's a lot of men out there who clearly they're looking for a lick. And with that in mind, when you've got something to take, you can't be on the ground posting up, holding up money phones and holding up this, holding up that, showing off ice, and then putting up where you're living at. As an example, who was it? It was only X. X he didn't even post up where he was. He just ended up getting caught lacking, and he got robbed and got killed. You've got to be really careful these days. If you're anyone with anything to lose, and to be honest, even if you're not, the situation in some of these cities, people are getting killed over anything anyway, but you've really got to tighten up. You've really got to respect life. And I guess what happens is, sometimes in these circles, I don't know Pop Smoke from Adam, so don't take him, I'm not trying to make out I know him, but sometimes these rappers, they start to believe they're bigger than life itself. And trust me, no one's bigger than life itself. Look at all the people we've lost recently. Nip, X, etc., Kobe, etc., etc. You've got to almost go out of your way to protect your life. And if I was you, man, if I was making $1 million a year, yeah, I'd be paying 100 grand a year, 200 grand a year on a security guard. Simple as that. Bottom line, 24-hour security. I know it's not ideal, but that's what I'd be doing. In this day and age, there's way too many broke-ass, dusty-ass dudes out there who are trying to make a lick. And you just got to write it off as an expense of life. If you want to carry on living, because the way I look at it, there's too many rappers running around the place, and they ain't got no security. They're out here, yeah, they've got their so-called boys around, but where was his boys around where this situation kicked off? Apparently, in fact, let me read that now. The article goes on to say, just hours before Pop Smoke was gunned down, Pop Smoke was pictured with his friend holding a fortune of bills in the driveway of the home where he was shot. Law enforcement sources tell us there was a party or gathering at the house prior to the shooting. It's unclear what motive the shooters had in showing up at the house. And that's what I'm saying. No word of a lie. I was talking about security. The reason it's important to get a third party security system in there, or third party security guards in, is because some of your niggas who you think are your niggas, you got a bag of jealous, hating ass dudes, and they'll set you up. And like the article that said here, he was just having a party in 2-2s. 10 minutes later, a whole bunch of goons turn up. I don't think that's coincidental. There's someone in his circle who was a hating ass dude who thought he was gonna get a quick lick, and they brought the goons in, and now he's dead. All this thing, you don't know who's fake around you. I'm sorry, you can't trust who's around you. Look at who's the other guy. I forgot his name now. The one on the plane who got caught with 70. Well, he's dead now, but he got caught with I can't believe I forgot his name, but he got caught with 70 ounces or 70 pounds of marijuana. All the people around him, bunch of bum ass dudes. Weren't no help for him, was they? When he was popping the pills down his own throat. And even his security guards, they weren't proper security. They've been caught with illegal firearms and shit like that. You might need to do it all official. Go and get you some ex-police, ex-marines, ex-whatever, and employ them. Because all this hanging around with so-called goons, where are the goons at? Where are they at? They're nowhere to be found. Where was Nip's so-called goons at? Where was they? Nowhere. You need proper professional security. Where was Nip's goons at? Where was X's goons at? Where was Pop Smoke's goons at? Nowhere. Where was his so-called boys at? I know it's nice to come up and bring your people up, and that's fair enough, but don't give them responsibility for your life, because clearly the track record is these men they're not really stepping up, are they? As far as keeping people secure goes. Pay people who are actually, that's their job. Because all these so-called goons, they're not there when you need them, apparently. They're only there when you're in the club and you're spending money and you're posting up on the gram in front of Ferraris and whatnot. When it comes to really protecting your life, they're man nowhere to be found. In fact, they're setting your sorry ass up. And Nicki Minaj, it says here, Nicki Minaj just posted a message about Pop Smoke's death. The Bible tells us that jealousy is as cruel as the grave. Unbelievable. Rest in peace, Pop. Once again, I think she's almost implying there that, well, someone set him up. Or either he was set up, or, in general, these Opps, these 4 gunmen, were just jealous. Not jealous, they were looking for a lick as well. But either way, trust me, if you'd have had two ex-marine security guards posted up in there, it wouldn't have been you that was dead. It would have been them that was dead. Because them goofy ass looking dusty ass niggas, they're not really about it. They're only good when they're in groups and they're running around the place like headless chickens. But that's if I was any rapper who's making any half sharp money, you really need to take a step back and start thinking about things now, because it's getting ridiculous. Way too ridiculous. Anyway, let me know your thoughts. Like, comment, subscribe, and your boy will be back.